everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast of the Pacers live from Indianapolis, Indiana. Last game for the Pacers, a loss to Orlando.
And Kevin, they put so much effort into the final few minutes of regulation in that game that they were pretty burned out in the overtime period.
Yeah, that's an excellent call by you, Steve. I thought there was a little bit of a letdown for them in OT.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Irving and Waiters, the guards. The two stars, LeBron and Love at the 3 and the 4. And it's Fry in at the 5 spot. Now here's LeBron after the miss from Fry. LeBron dishes to Love. Here's Waiters. Here's Fry. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Boy, what a throwdown after doing a great job to corral the rebound.
Well, you know, there aren't that many players with a better nose for the ball than him.
Agreed. And with the D always scattered after an offensive rebound, he knows exactly how to get that to work for him. Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
And Miles kicks to Hibbert. The shot no good. So Cleveland will take it the other way. They went to Indiana for their last meeting with the Pacers and came out with a win.
Yeah, it was an easy win, and mainly because they completely dominated the paint. And the rebounding totals were really astounding.
Shot denied. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. And a wide open look for Irving. No good on the triple. And Clark, talk a little bit more about what Steve just said regarding the rebounding difference in the last matchup between these two teams.
Well, Kevin, the numbers speak for themselves. I mean, they had a major edge in that rebounding category, and that helped them gain an edge on the scoreboard, too.
Waiters passes to Love, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
You know, the dunks are few and far between for the big guy, but every once in a while we get one just like that.
It's not hard to believe that kind of size might keep you from being a high flyer.
Yeah, that's a lot of man right there to try to get up off the ground, Kevin.
Hill dishes to West. West to screen on Waiters. And George, here we go. And that one's good.
Layup just gift wrapped right there. I mean, he had a clear path to the basket.
Cavaliers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Pass to Love. The feet to Waiters. Love with the screen for Waiters. Outside Irving. Left side Love. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Love's got 5.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Hill kicks it to West. Dishes to George. Shoots from 14. The Cavaliers pull it in. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And they did just what you have to do as a road team, guys. They never allowed any momentum to build up against them. It seemed like every time they took a punch, they had a counter.
You'll like this, Steve. Reverse spurtability, we call that. They had any defensive lapses, they immediately made up for it with some instant offense.
Now here is Hill. He's coming off a 16-point game against Orlando. He feeds it to Miles. Here's Hibbert, and he gets it to go.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out. That's the result you get right there.
Now here's Waiters. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Let's go. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
Well, they've settled into their offense very quickly here today.
Yeah, they're zoned in, making the most out of their possessions here.
Miles the pass to West. He dishes it to Miles. It's Hill on the wing. Shot clock at 6. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. This is his first chance at the line tonight. Miami's checked in for Roy Hibbert. Both free throws good from Hill. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Irving dishes to LeBron. Back to Irving. Love against West. From On the line. Tries again. That's good. 9 points for Kevin Love.
That's 4 connections and 5 tries now for him in what's been a great first quarter.
And a look now at our 2K leaderboard to see which wingmen have come away with the most steals over the past month. The 4th spot held by Paul George.
And this set of guys are more damage with their defense as they can with their offense. And that damage isn't just limited to one part of the court.
Yeah, you kicked that one right between the uprights, Steve. As small forwards, they're called on to cover a lot of distance at the defensive end. A lot of ground they need to cover. Steals have come from everywhere.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Irving kicks to Fry. Back to Irving. The dish to Love. Rocket 6. Back to Irving. And shot on the way. How'd they get it back? Hill kicks to George. Mahimi passes it to George. Hill again, Irving feeds it to Miles. Wants to screen on Waiters. Miles dishes to West. A 3-ball. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Fry's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Clark, the coach, was really passionate in that last huddle, trying to do everything he can to get his message across.
You know, and I'm not sure what he wanted exactly, but he did it with enough fire that I'm guessing he's not going to be happy with any lapse in execution. I mean, he made his point pretty clear.
Now, here is Hill, averaging 14 points a game. Right wing. Love against West. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Here's Hill. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Something they'd like to see more of him more often, that's for sure.
So both teams making some changes here.
And guys, you look at some of the numbers here for C.J. Watson, how this year has shaped up for him. He's averaging 8 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And when you take his overall contributions on the whole, he's been putting up some pretty good numbers. But I think he can do more.
And Steve, sometimes that's just part of the game, weathering periods where your stats might not show all of what you're doing on the floor.
Here's Thompson, following the basket by George Hill. Offensive rebound. Here's Fry, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Just getting right to the rim. At least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
He's perfect from the line this time. Pacers trailed by 7. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
Got to find something, you're right. Back to George. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And the shot is good. The Cavaliers leading by 4. 1:02 left here in the opening quarter. In the corner, it's Martin. Dellavedova gets the screen from Fry. Aminu. And another miss by Cleveland.
Right from the start, they've been aggressive on the glass. Most of the rebounds seem to be going their way.
And Steve, I think they are ready for the fight today.
Passes it to Watson. George with the ball. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Orlando.
And a phenomenal showing on the board. His rebounding was a huge factor.
And that one's good. Here's Martin. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Dellavedova. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Martin kicks to Aminu. 5 to shoot. Paul George grabs the miss. And the shot is good. And the Cavaliers lead by 4.
Strong rebounding, and he's rewarded with the easy putback.
All right, the second beginning in just a moment. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Cleveland.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
That's right, Clark. And the other thing we've seen is great work on the offensive glass. We're seeing second chance points for this club.
Paul George is out there with Musgrove. And it's Watson, and it's Roy Hibbert, and Bender. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Hey guys, black hole in their last game against the Raptors was simply terrific. He finished with 19 points and really controlled the glass, pulling down over 20 rebounds. Just absolutely incredible numbers from him in a game you didn't want to miss. So glad we were here to watch it, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing, Clark.
Yeah, I agree. I was just glad I got a chance to witness it. It's always such a special night when a player of his caliber gets so locked in and focused.
And you know, in an 82-game season with so much talent, every once in a while, everything's going to click. And that was definitely the case that night.
And so it's Cleveland with it, following the shot by Roy Hibbert. And the pass to Thompson. Martin wide open. He fires, nails the wide open jump shot. And it's a 9-point Cavalier lead.
Now, they're really doing a nice job of stringing together solid possessions and building that lead up.
That's the key, Steve. They'll stay in control of this game if they can just avoid any lulls going forward.
Here's Mozgov. And Watson has it in the corner. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. We have the break in the action. Let's show you the teams that have been making their opponents work especially hard over the past 10 games. The Cavaliers, number 1.
The teams they've faced over the last 10 have to be wondering how long this brutal defense is going to last. There's no let-up in these teams. They play with tenacity throughout.
And Cleveland making a change here. Kevin Love's checked in for Tristan Thompson. James comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. Waiters, he's checked in for Kevin Martin. And Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Now here is Hill after LeBron James's miss. Here's West. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. West has got his second bucket of the night.
Risky shot there. Size-wise, I mean, he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
With the nice high release, he had no problem getting it off and knocking it down.
Fry passes to James. Tries from the block, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender draped all over.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
He doesn't get the second one. Pacers trailed by 5. Miles dishes to Watson. Hibbert kicks to Miles. Pass to Hill. And here's Watson, averaging 8 points a game. Stolen by Waiters. For the finish. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Outside Hill. Inside to Hibbert. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, getting the ball.
Oh, look out.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
As passes to Hill. Glass setting the pick for Hill. 6 on the shot clock. Off the left rim and out.
And he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
LeBron kicks to Fry. Peters on the wing. And there's the feed to Fry. The kick out to Irving. He shoots again. Love trying to break loose. And good. A nice layup that time from Fry.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
Hill against Irving. It's Miles atop the key. Kicks to Watson. Fires the three. The rebound by Kevin Love. Love's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Well, they're now +5 in the rebound category, really controlling the glass.
And rebounding is one of those non-glamour stats. I mean, it takes work and effort and tenacity and physicality. But when you look at the scoreboard, you can see the correlation.
West dishes to Hibbert. The shot's good on the assist by West. And that's now 6 points for Roy Hibbert.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him. Straight to the basket.
The Pacers making a switch here. Mahimi's checked in. Cleveland leading by 9. Irving drives in. On target from 13 feet.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
And Miles kicks to Watson. Pass to Miles. Irving against Hill. Watson for 3. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Fry's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Puts it up from 7. He kicks it to Irving. James, the pass to Fry. Nobody near Irving. And another shot. And Love finishes off inside. Love's got 11 points.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Hill kicks to Miles. Comes up empty down low. Cleveland leading by 13. The drive by James. That's good.
Things are starting to warm up from the field for them this quarter as they add to their lead.
Yeah, it seems like everybody, Steve, has the hot hand right now.
Hill kicks it to West. Dishes it to Mahimi. Just his first attempt. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
It's deflected. James with the block.
And he is still scoreless. It looks like he doesn't even want to be out there.
Waiters. Shot no good. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. We're playing host to Toronto for the next one. And that game concludes a 5-game homestand.
Yeah, you know that Toronto game has a lot of attention on it. You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Irving kicks to Fry. He feeds it to Love. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
Nice play to the hand on.
And so we wrap up the first half.
Well, Coach Vogel.
All right, guys, focus on me. We got him.
Action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Kevin Love really has his fingerprints all over this one.
It's got to be important to see if they can slow him down in the second half here because so far they have had no answer for him down on the block.
Well, you got to mix up the looks you give him. Bump him out some, front him, play behind, double team him. But right now, he looks unstoppable in the paint.
Heading underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Irving and Waiters, the guards. The 2 stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. And it's Fry in at the 7. Good. Fry's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Cavs.
You know, as soon as that shot goes up, you got to start boxing out then, before it hits the rim. They're getting beaten up on that glass.
Yeah, and you know, they'll be in good shape if they can eliminate some of these second chance opportunities.
And that one's good, George.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play.
Irving against Hill. Now the dish to LeBron. James gets the screens from front. Irving for three. Pacers with the rebound.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
West with the ball. Now guarded by Fry. Here's Miles. The offensive rebound. That's good. And it's 8 points for Roy Hibbert.
You know, I think anytime the shot comes from that range, the offense has done its job and done it well.
Outside Irving. James dishes to Irving. Back to LeBron. Waiters with the screen for Irving. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. That's 7 points for Kyrie Irving.
They can't afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to fight over the top of that.
Hibbert with a screen on LeBron. And George kicks to Hibbert. Hill with it. He's picked up by Irving. George, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 13. LeBron gets the screen from Fry. The drive by James, and he comes off the screen and slams it through.
Boy, a pick was set at the perfect angle on the floor, and he used it nicely.
Well, that's a play we may see from them a few more times.
Why not? I mean, when it works, you go back to it. Make them stop you.
And George kicks to Miles. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself by the big boy.
Here's Irving. 7 points in the game. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. He dishes it to Fry. Pacers with the rebound. Hibbert's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And George kicks to Hill. It's Miles atop the key. Hibbert with a screen on Waiters. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Miles missing.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And I'll tell you what, they've turned a lot of those rebounds into points at the other end.
Now Irving, right now averaging 15 points a game. A 15-footer. Another shot, and it's Love laying it in. Love's got 13.
I'll tell you what, does not matter what the score is. He's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
Love against West. In the corner, George with it. Outside Hill. Feeds to Miles. Outside, George from the arc. It's hauled in by Fry. Fry's got his 16th rebound on the night.
Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
And Black Hole's going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Mahinmi's checked in for the Pacers. Watson comes in for C.J. Miles. George double team. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. It's hauled in by Fry.
Boy, he has been struggling mightily in this quarter, guys.
True. He really seems to have tightened up a bit for whatever reason. He looks tight.
Now Love inside. Fry passes to Love. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Love's got 15 points. Pacers trailed by 16 to the middle. Here's Mahinmi. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist. Watson's got 3 assists in the game. Left side, Love. Cleveland moving the ball around. Waiters dishes to Fry. The kick out to Irving. Irving gets a screen from Fry. Fires top of the key. Left side, Love. The kick out to LeBron. Passes it to Fry. On the wing, Irving. Just 4 to shoot. Irving gets a screen from Fry. The kick out to Irving. The pass to Fry. The feed to LeBron. LeBron gets the screen from Fry. It's LeBron with the drive, and that one's good. And that's 17 points for Kevin Love.
Yeah, guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave to his team during that last break. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Paul George. Their offense is most effective, Coach said, when he is most involved. And they're looking for total involvement from him for the rest of this game. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
I'll tell you what, they've hit the boards hard in this one, and it's led to an abundance of second-chance points. I mean, they've gotten a lot of second-chance points.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
Irving from long range. That doesn't go in either for Irving. And George kicks to Musgrave. George up top, covered by Irving. Watson with it. Great tee that time from Martin.
That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
Irving kicks to Martin. Now here's Fry, defended by George. Martin attacking. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Martin's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Defense just has to fight over the top of those screens.
Especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, he doesn't miss too many open shots.
Ball's knocked loose. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Dellavedova's checked in. Pacers trailed by 18. 6 to shoot. Here's Bender. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. Watson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Dellavedova. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. The screen from Thompson. Fry passes to Thompson. Here's Aminu. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Good if it goes. No good. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This was such a pretty pass, Kevin. Beautiful assist, and of course it turned into the easy basket. Just a gorgeous play there.
Cleveland leading by 15. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Indiana. Paul George is the 3 with David West at the 4. Then it's Mozgov. Then there's C.J. Myers and Bender. Can't get it to go.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim. That's exactly what he can give you.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion. on that one.
And the first one comes for the Cavaliers. LeBron, he's checked in for Aminu. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Here's Waiters. Pass to Martin. Back to James. Outside Martin. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And that's 10 points for Martin.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And George kicks it to West. There's the pick. On the wing, George. Indiana moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from 11, and he gets it to go. The Cavaliers leading by 14. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. So both teams changing it up here. It's back to Hill. Kicks it to Hibbert. Clock at 6. And here's George for 3. That's good. George has got 5 points. Now this quarter.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Puts it up from 12. Here's Fry. It's rebounded by Indiana. Hibbert's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And Hill has it in the corner. And Indiana. Another 3.
Back-to-back threes for him. Defense is slacking off a little.
It does look like their energy is lacking at this point.
Here's Fry. Gets some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And the Cavaliers lead by 10. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Frank Vogel had to say to his team. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
Thanks again, Doris.
Boy, the shots finally dropping for them in bunches, and I'll tell you what, the complexion of this game has totally changed.
You know, that kind of offensive eruption was the only thing that was going to get them back into this one.
James outside. Outside Irvin. Fry in the post. He's against Hibbert. And Fry slams it in.
Wonderfully instinctive play right there. Sense just where that rebound was going and becomes an easy 2 for him.
Well, Clark, maybe they've had too many easy buckets tonight.
Well, it's something that needs to change. They should not be getting all these easy dunks off offensive putbacks.
Hibbert dishes to West. Can't get it to fall. Cleveland leading by 10. Kicks it out to LeBron. Waiters passes to James. Irving for 3. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jumpers.
And George kicks to Hibbert. Pass to Hill. This is to West. Releases from 15. That one rolling around and rims out.
What was the defense doing there? He is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
James dishes to Fry. Inside, here's Irving. Paul George with the steal. Outside Hill. That's good. Hill's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, that was impressive. He did not hesitate to take the ball right up against the bigger defender.
I like that aggressive mindset there, Steve.
So it's the Cavaliers now. They led by as many as 18 points. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. James in the post, defended by George. High inside, he's against Hibbert. Takes it from 10, no good from Fry. Pacers trailed by 11. The dish to Hill. Shoots from the line, and the Pacers tack on 2 more.
Tell you what, it's a huge plus to have him making shots like that.
Here's Fry. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And that's 18 points for Black Hole.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
Hill against Irving. Doubled by Fry.
Looking at the game for George, he has 9 points and the 1 steal.
One play after another, from one baseline to the other, covering the whole court.
Full throttle up and down the court. He has not let up one bit. He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
The Cavaliers leading by 9. Love with the screen for LeBron. And it's Waiters at the elbow. Back to LeBron. 6 on the shot clock. Love with the screen on George. LeBron with it. George picks him up. James, no good.
Well, I guess they can get them when they need them. That's a good job of getting to the miss.
Outside Hill. George sets a screen for Hill. He kicks to George. Fires for 3. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Raiders against George. And George with the block.
And they forced the miss with that good defense. Rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
Here's Miles. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Cavaliers leading. We've got 1:08 left in the 4th quarter. And James gets it to go.
I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here. It'll be a solid win for the Cavaliers.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
Yeah, but they did a better job tonight. They made the most of the extra rebounds, too.
And for the year now, they'll have 52 wins under the belt.
Now they're on the brink of sweeping the season series with this club. Once they polish off this win, there's just one more to go.
And it's not a short series either, Steve. It's a 4-game. How much do you think they'll be looking forward to that 4th game? I'm guessing a lot.
You look at the stats and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Black Hole. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do anything really to stop him. Well, this is going to seal the deal. They've really exploded here to the finish line.
You know, once they sniffed out that blood in the water, the killer instinct came right out.
Waiters passes to Irving. Back to Waiters. There's 18 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. And it's Irving missing. Here's Hill. And stolen by LeBron. So we see the